Hello, it is me from the future. As I'm editing this video, I realized that I didn't even say anything. I just started. So this is me building my first ever PC. I tried to get as much of the process as I could without it being aggressively technical. So if you have questions about things, you can always ask below. I cut out a lot of stuff, but yeah, let's get into the video. It is my first ever PC build. Okay. So for power supply, I went with this one. Everything is aggressively overpriced. So this is a placeholder, but if I like it, there's no reason not to keep this in. But I don't know if it'll show, but this has 2 HDMIs and 2 display ports. So it's gonna be really easy to connect both my monitors. And then I'm going with the i7 9700K so that I can overclock. It's unlocked, it's a K, it's good to go. This has, I think, 8 core, 8 thread, which should be more than enough to stream and game at the same time. And then got SSD, this is M.2. Obviously this will go on the motherboard. I also got a SATA SSD to download all my games on, so this will just have my operating and some important stuff. Is that comfortable? Hey, don't eat it. I'm speechless. Is this good for you? Are you having fun? I'm gonna have to clean all this up in a few minutes. I guess not. Cats get what they want. Okay, and then for my cooler, since I'm overclocking, I felt like liquid cooler was kind of the only way to go. So this is the Master Liquid ML240 RGB, of course. And then this keyboard. This is the Rosewell white RGB. I haven't even looked in here yet. She's beautiful. I just got my RAM in the mail while I was filming. I'm so excited. This is gonna be beautiful. I got in the motherboard. I got my fans, and then I got, these are the power supply cables of the extension kit. And then the case. So this is almost everything. But yeah, this is what we're working with as of right now. I have a good amount of space, so hopefully nothing will have to change. I think that will have to go somewhere else because it's a pretty big case. But other than that, ignore how dusty my monitor is. That's so gross. I need to clean it. But yeah, this is the before. We'll get a nice before shot. So this is all that remains. I'm leaving my iPad here so I can put YouTube videos up and Google things. This is my anti-static bracelet, zip ties, and then these are the magnetic screwdrivers. So I'm gonna get started. Okay, so this is the first impressions of this case. I've literally just taken it out of the box. These little thumb screws are really difficult to get off, and it's kind of janky where the screw was. There's bits of paint maybe. I feel like whatever they did to make this white is just making it I cannot get these screws out. I've already broken my nail trying to get these things out, so I'm just hopefully gonna get this front panel off. It looks really cool on the inside. Has this really nice front mesh, dust cover on the bottom and the front. Okay, so here is the motherboard. I love how this board looks. This has RGB and everything. So I'm gonna take it out of the anti-static bag and put it on the table. Okay. I've never touched hardware before. Feels so wrong to be handling this, but we're gonna go for it. So our CPU, so excited and scared. So I'm gonna start by installing this. That seems the first step. So I'm gonna go CPU and then RAM sticks, probably the M.2, and then the thing I'm most scared for is my liquid cooler. That's gonna be something to figure out. Okay, I got her. I got the goods. I'm scared. Okay. Ooh, that's so aggressive. Holy shit. Y'all, I think I did it. So now I'm gonna do the M.2 next. I liked the way this looked. I forgot there was a heatsink, so I guess it doesn't matter how this looks. And I'm just very gently trying to get this bad boy out of there. Whew. So this is really nice. It doesn't look... Do I take this off? Oh yeah, it literally says remove all over it. I'm so dumb. Okay. Okay. I just had to find the right screwdriver. And that just goes in nice and tight, and then okay, so now we're gonna move on to RAM, which looked very beautiful online. These bad boys, oh, they're lovely. Okay, B2 and A2 are the first slots, so it only goes in one way. Okay, so it was like very confusing getting this front filter off. It just has this one case fan, so I'm gonna be replacing it with these fractal ones that are, of course, RGB. So that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. But these screws are so flush against this that I just keep stripping the paint. I'm gonna grab a different screwdriver and see if that's the problem, but these are like so tight in there. That's my only complaint for this case so far, with like the thumb screws and the screws on here, and I am nervous about the rest of them. These screws are on so tight, and you can see that it like ate the paint off. Like that's how tight they screwed it in. It like chipped all of here. These are not it either. They literally won't screw in. You can see how much space there is left. They like don't go in. Let me see if I can show you. You have a screw and you have the fan, and screwing it in. This is literally like I'm about to break it. So there's so much space. I guess they expected thicker frames. The motherboard mounted. Right now I'm working on the radiator. I put the fans on backwards, so I took those off. I'm gonna mount it. I used the wrong screws for this at first and it threw me off for like an hour. I also replaced this fan. I want to take that sticker off. Oh god. The motherboard looks amazing. The cooler, now that it's on, looks sleek. I think it's gonna work really nicely. The RAM looks really cool even off because it's white. The case is fine. The fans are the only thing I would never recommend to anyone. Even on this one, you can see it sounded like the plastic was cracking while I was screwing it in. It's just like not great. I got some of the stuff connected from the case to the motherboard. I have these nightmares for power and stuff. I have these nice extension cables. I just really like how it looks with the comb. Should keep everything nice and clean. So all I have to do is plug some stuff in, and then I'll put the graphics card in, and then hopefully I can finish plugging everything up, clean up, you know, all these like loose cables and stuff. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. So I've got in my 12 pin and my 8 pin. So I'm gonna do the graphics card. There's still some stuff that's kind of wonky with this. The instructions are a little bit unclear. I have this like bundle of cables that I need to figure out where they go on here. I think it's gonna go somewhere up there though, so that's why I'm gonna plug in the graphics card right now. And then it's basically done. Look at her. Oh my gosh. I do want to get a back plate someday, but now I'm just gonna plug her in. These are my 3 case fans, the one's up there and the one back there. And this is the 2 radiator fans and the radiator. So I don't know what to do with these. I have to look that up, but I've started like zip tying some of this stuff down to these like bracket things just so the back will fit on, because this boy is bulky. I just put this on just to minimize dust because it's going to be overnight. Obviously this needs to be retucked in, same with that, but I just put the tempered glass back on. I put the dust filters back on. I don't think I'll be working with the fans, so this should be final. But yeah, this is just for the night. I don't really know how good or bad it is to leave a PC like open. I assume not really, so I just closed it up really quick. It's just the thumb screws, so. Okay, so I have figured out how to plug in my RGB for the AIO and the fan for the AIO. I've also plugged in my SATA to the motherboard. Okay, so all that I have left is these 3 case fans. I bought a 3 fan splitter to SATA, so that should come tomorrow, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. I still have to do all the like cable management and getting Windows downloaded, so could be worse. So it's plugged in. The motherboard light is on, but none of the other lights are on, so I'm assuming something in here isn't plugged in correctly because none of the fans are spinning, so we're gonna have to figure that out now. Okay, dumbest move. I just pressed the power button and now the fans are spinning, the pump is on. Okay, so now you can see that my RAM is working. That's what was causing the display problems. So I'm about to download Windows. I already bought product key and I used a USB from online. Okay, so Windows is almost done downloading. I cannot get this monitor to work. This is a TV, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of Googling to figure out why this isn't working. I have both of these plugged into my graphics HDMI. It should work, it isn't. We'll figure it out. This is my funny little placeholder mouse. But everything else is looking great. I'm also gonna look at the manual to see how I can change the color of this, although this light blue is pretty fresh. There is my brand new PC. Okay, so I'm downloading the motherboard driver stuff right now. I still haven't gotten the TV to work. I'm gonna try restarting once everything is done downloading on here and see if I can't get this to work. I've been reading online that there's a lot of problems connecting smart TVs to PCs. Also, these lights keep going on their own. That's so freaky. But yeah, I'm gonna keep trying because, you know, one monitor is just really not gonna work for what I do. That's why I bought the second one. I'm glad I did so that I can get everything set up because it is just not working for this. But yeah, I'm not done trying. I just need to finish downloading everything before I can restart. This is the Rosewell keyboard, the neon. I'm obsessed with it. It has all kinds of color patterns. I've got like the dual monitor setup going pretty well. And this is what she looks like when she's running. Like I said, I am going to be replacing the fans because not only do I think they're ugly, but I'm just not super happy with how they were working. Overall, I really like the case. I know I was talking about these like thumb screws being kind of weird, and it is. That was really weird with the paint and stuff, but overall it's a really nice case. I like the look of it. I like this front mesh thing is really funky. I look like in a good way. I think it looks really good. There was a weird thing with installing this. You have to like reach your hand under and pop it out. I saw a lot of people ripping off the front of this. Don't do that. Yes, it's weird that I got RGB PSU, but it was on sale and at night it actually has like a really cool, you can kind of see it right now, it has a really cool underglow from the PSU. So RGB was not a waste. So many people were giving me shit for that. I didn't make it. It exists for a reason. And I think it looks pretty cool. So it has been almost a month, maybe. I'm not really sure. I literally can't remember when I started, but it's now January. I started in December. Can't tell you exactly when, but it's been enough time. As you saw in the last clip, I replaced the case fans because those old ones were garbage. Do not get fractal fans. They were really loud. They were really ugly. They didn't screw in all the way, just like a 0 out of 10. These ones I got on Amazon. I think they're really nice looking. I also got like a cool, this guy. But yes, everything has been working really well. I would definitely recommend doing this if you've been considering it and you've been like unsure. It's not as hard as it seems, honestly. Like, just watch videos and get a feel for all the parts. There's only so many places that everything could plug in, you know what I mean? Like, it's really hard to mess it up, especially if you have the manual and a video up. Like, super fun, super rewarding. If you're too scared, like, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with pre-built. Don't let anyone like give you shit for that, for anything, any choices you make. Like, it's your money, it's your build. So everything is all done. I'm not really sure how this video is going to end up because I haven't started editing it yet, so it might be really chaotic. I might not come out at all, but it was a really good process. I did enjoy it like so much, so I'm really glad that she's done. She's working great. I'm finally playing all the games that I've missed out on for all these years, so super exciting. But yes, if you got this far, thank you. If you've been considering making a PC, I'd love to know what kind of parts you've been considering. I know it's kind of crazy right now with the market, but yeah, it's all done for this video. Thank you for watching. I know this is different from my normal content. It'll be more candle stuff from here on out, but I thought that this was a really fun thing to document because when am I ever gonna build my first PC again? Literally never. So yeah, that was the end of this video.